change, including the map pools. We're heading into stage 2 itself, and he's fast. Yeah, very aggro. Stun already being offset, used. Victor taking his angle, John QT.
Spike down.
And everybody being collected up and corralled into this corner here. Sentinels now being squeezed, having to use a bit of util now to see if they can pave a way back out of this fight.
It's a great idea to slow the tempo down. They have Spike.
Oh.
I like the idea that NRG are not forcing the fight. They play that set strat at the beginning, and now the battle becomes collecting the objective.
The Spike drop down as well. Plenty players left to watch here. NRG, they're more than favored. You look at the damage across these Sentinels players, you'd have to see some miraculous shots. Fault line there just in case. Sort of down to a crawl.
It's so difficult to get this back. NRG's strategy has just worked excellently. Smoke dissipates, door open by tens. Can he hit a shot to turn this
fight, isn't it? If he can get anything done, but no, Som survives and they all topple in the end. So a pistol round win for NRG.
Grinding.
I'll find you.
Obviously playing heavy catch-up. Bit of a prep disadvantage for the team, but they do have that slight advantage here with the crap now. I mean, just catching out Som.
That's a great little punish.
Yeah, obtaining a gun from it. How much more danger is there in a round?
Yeah, I mean, I was just about to say, we've seen Tens do some deadly things with Guardians. You know, C9 in the previous stage were running a strat where they force-bought a Guardian on some of these eco rounds just to see if their star player could make magic happen. Certainly don't count them out. But remember that some can still have impact over here on the C site.
You're already seeing it, yeah. Smoke propped up across the choke. Cam broken through as well. Finesse going to be feeling this kind of pressure and heat, but he still lands it at the advantage there, at least with the armor after shock. Benson Sentinels from really scaling into the back of this site, but now starting to gain some ground forwards. Finesse also going walkabouts with his head on a wrong type of swivel, looking in the complete wrong direction. A plant online for Sentinels, a bit of extra pocket change, potentially putting them into a winning position in the round as well. Depends if they can do anything with this one gun still in their hands. Nice movement, it's tidy from Ethan. Cleaning it up, John QT, 15 health though, and he's got a lot more to do, and he cannot do it.
The 42-year-old that can't.
Come on! You're doing him dirty, man. You're getting jeered by the crowd.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's not true, is it? That's just the trap.
Of course not. No, of course.
Celsius would never call out Finesse saying he's a 42-year-old. Never.
But they worked their way towards the A side anyway. It's open for them. Especially with that kill there onto Som. Remember, still have the impact playing the Clove.
I know exactly where.
All grouped up from NRG. It's a bonus round for them as well, so the weaponry is a little bit weaker. See if they can make their mark. No real theft. Going to be spotting up most of them. Sentinel's post-plant position as well. It's pretty immaculate here. It's hard to see them even losing this one. Stuns set up. Able to catch the contact of any of these players here with the horn. Dealt with. Finesse though, right from the side. Grab net.
Oh, no.
Oh boy! TP just about, but still the stuns are coming through. Plenty of them where that came from. Wingman, diffuse, nade, rebounds. Gonna be broken here. Gotta get bodies onto this one for any chance of winning. Sticking, crashes forwards all the way, but not enough. Celsius!
As they walk into Mound here.
Taking a lot of space here. Oh, Tens, he's eager for the first engagement, now realizing he's going to be caught and trapped. The TPs can't escape it. Victor, he's so fast onto it. An attempt of a pivot there by Sentinels. All of them, essentially. He's just watching a slight pixel angle, I think, from this position. And yeah, he is none the wiser, it seems like. And gaps in the defensive protocols there. NRG, they have only had basically a month together, so it's going to be expected.
Just not fast enough on the pivot to cover those holes.
Planted the spike.
They knew, of course, that it was a fake over towards B, but maybe just expecting Sen to be trying to draw out defensive utility, not going for a big push like that. Yeah. It was bold.
It was a crazy play.
Still.
Them into a 3v3.
Drop in a smoke.
Smoke's now down again. Celsius hearing all this noise being made. Victor is well ahead of the rest of his team. Medal rebounds. Low HP in the end, but not enough for the kill. And Zekin still holding his ground in from the side. Sassy will strike.
NRG are not really playing around that fact. Maybe just trying to think about their own win conditions.
Yeah, so far, I mean, heavy play by NRG over towards C Mound. Now B as well on the stack. I mean, it's a half by round, so you might as well You know, put your eggs in that basket, maybe see if you can get a win that way, seeing if they will run themselves into that B side, but no, over towards C for Sen. Barrier, that was over the top. We saw the lineup being set up from Mound.
Yeah, and it's a great barrier. We've seen other teams run this as well.
Just locks them out from playing the Flood retake. So NRG can't really play into this one, but they're still holding for this util in their hands as well, spotting all these bodies. Well, flashed up! A little bit late and delayed, 1-for-1. Giving away the rifle.
Yeah, no one with second.
My territory.
Drops back. Ults now have to be committed here. Annihilation. Actually didn't connect. Ethan. Tasty little treat for him. Pulled and backed away here and still walking down that Mound Avenue.
So tilting when you get caught into that deadlock.
Very different, actually. You don't really expect this. But walking their way over towards the B site. One trip to stop them.
And Ethan's just put away his fault line. He was thinking about stunning off this trip contact.
There.
Purely contact up until right now. Explosive with the satchel play straight into the side to cut
The
off
spike. The
ankle.
spike is at such
Spike
danger.
rotating away, now it's dropped down. No
Spike
man's
down
land. Full
A.
control now for NRG and Chaos.
30 seconds.
That's where the round's been thrown into. With only 30 seconds left. At risk of a Melons moment, but we'll see if it ends up playing like this one. And Sentinels just make the call to save. Just backing away. No, they've got the ult.
No, they've got the ult to play with here. So Tens is going to be able to pick that up. You can't deny it with just one player.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's a travesty.
I mean, a fall line. Okay, rolling thunder to try and deny this one. Still, Second's got enough time. Down below, stuns up. Second plant sticks it, but eventually falls. So,
Tricks looking like they want to fight over here. This is it going to be some kind of trap? Nope, they're just shoving it in.
4 players going forward. Stuns. A bit of friendly fire. Barrier. Oh my God. I mean, Second.
I got you.
It's a hard shot to hit with the Victor on the Neon. Fast moving all around the place here. Now it's up to Som. Saw the presence of the players over towards A. It's up to him to see if he can be a stalwart defender. But he's got Zekin with a showstopper to deal with. Still, instant ult. Popped off. Satchels just evading with the movement. Still, he can't evade the rocket. Secondary cleanup now. Players moving into position from NRG. Already FNS looking for that early face. Drop down towards Pit. Wingman going to be missing his mark, and that just leaves the Crashies none the wiser. A lead taken now, flawless.
On your own Neon, that's not going to help.
It's a rough one. Definitely a rough one. Sentinels looking drilled on these angles.
And I was talking earlier about how much depth NRG were going to have. They've definitely run a variety of defensive setups. But I think also the composition is just requiring them to play more aggressively. Having double initiator in this spot, you don't really want to be playing for info necessarily. You want to be trying to use that initiator utility to bring the fight to Sen.
Yeah.
And they've kind of struggled with that. Sen have done a great job at adapting to all of that pressure. It's still only early on round 8, but it feels like Sen are running away with it right now. They have just lost their big ult cycle. So there's a chance here for NRG to get back into things. But probably not in this round.
Or open wide, just bait out bits and pieces of the utility from NRG. They got their sights set towards B, and that's a lovely combo. C somehow not connecting into the corner there, so some surviving 4 now, but plucked at the seams. There was a week been around for a while.
Around for quite a long time. It's only Ethan really that's been integrated, and they've known Ethan, they've played with Ethan.
Deep smoke. What is that? It's beautiful. Keen eye from Victor and even sharper aim. Just rattling away the shots, but the Tracer reveal his position, and Sassy does return that fire. Earns himself a kill. Still, the spike has been dropped down in the middle of nowhere, and Util's going to have to be expended here to try and push back and away these players. NRG. Does anyone even realize this?
When you see that the spike is down in uncomfortable spots like this, it's just the premium tell that Sen were not expecting aggression in that area. Same as when
Straight through the cage. You just get that information for him and now backing away to safety. But it looks like B is going to be the goal still. Going to be slowed down and stunted. Fault line missing. Being held off the contact of Ethan. What is the call now? Over towards B is really the only option for Sentinels. You're going to try and lock this one down. Not going to be pushed back and prevented from planting. So an extension into the round for Sentinels themselves. Double face is nice. NRG. Cool, calm and collected.
My God, man, that is nasty from Crashies. Zekin, the final player, looking to hold off the Horde. This is looking like NRG have got themselves in a great situation to convert.
And 1v4 is just not possible.
The jiggle peeks, the little shoulder peeks that Crashies throws out there. Looking to bait a shot, and I was already to praise.
Cautiously.
Yeah, they're always
Bait
baiting
out
it
a
out.
util. Yeah. Pull it out ahead of time. That is filthy.
Didn't need the second bullet.
Yeah, can only do that online. Welcome back to the stage, Tom.
On land, surely.
On land. That's what I meant to say. Listen, we're shaking off the rust. It's been over a month.
Sen have fallen into NRG's trap here as well. This is where Finesse has got his setup. Victor is providing them all the information over on the other side of the map.
Throwing nets.
Wrap them forwards. Fault line's good as well. Slows it back and around here.
Second's gone walkabout. He's got upstairs here. And it meant this... The fact that the deadlock wall was used should mean that Crashies isn't paying too much attention to it, but he
30 seconds
absolutely is.
Still watching. He's going to be taking a fight in the reclear.
He didn't clear it properly.
Second who gets just the timing right against him. Som on the off angle. Doesn't catch it. Not a single player to be found there. All dropping down now. NRG. This game of timing. Seconds just spotted us lining up in a two-piece. Only the one though. Instantaneous with the trade. Victor through there with the slide and the glide, but he just can't make it happen. Through back off the side.
Broken all of Finesse's utility. Lost a little bait peek, and now they're heading into B.
Okay, Nightfall being used, faking that presence and pressure applied over towards the B side. Not too sure how many more connections, but what is the side that's like they're uncertain themselves? They don't even know it. They double face it, straight through. The trades this time advantageous. All for Sentinels.
That stun's very annoying for Crashies to deal with. He doesn't want to give away his positioning because he feels like he has a good timing. But that means he can't really shoot.
Yeah, any noise being made, and he would have been stunned up anyway. Dead to rights, Victor dropped 4-7 now, that scoreline. Heading into towards B and A where they stacked all of these players.
Yeah, but the problem is, it's a beauty. I was going to say, the problem is that Sen have actually adopted a slower protocol in response to that. They throw at the deadlock wall and then try to double face to shut down instead of reacting in the opposite direction. So it doesn't get the value. And now Finesse has been baited in.
This is absolutely crazy stuff. But the IGL's got to step up to the challenge here.
That's quite nice.
Make your mark. Thrash forwards. Lovely movement. No, just about broken. Just about broken and still sassy. Holding his ground down with a rifle in hand. Beginning to feel like desperation here for NRG in this final round.
But 4 on the board on the defense side, honestly, it might not even be that bad. I know they're about to run into a deadlock Cypher comp on the defense, but NRG's composition themselves has a lot of explosive stuff to it.
Yeah.
Can NRG make it even better by winning an extremely unlikely 2v4 towards the end?
I mean, with the time already burnt off the clock, Som took a marathon sprint, man, just to get there.
I don't see how this one's possible.
It really doesn't look possible
John
at
has
all.
stuns in the post plan and the ult to work
Yep,
with.
annihilation. It's already holding it.
Oh,
missed
dodged.
it. Yep, dodged. But again, the time's ticking. You can hear it onto the spike, and as soon as that smoke dissipates and fades, an A4 finish preordained.
But already anticipating that stun coming through.
These, ooh, not quite avoided, but you can tuck into the corner just to delay the damage coming through. Victor still jump spot, least with all of that. Rapid into the movement. Beautiful work here. NRG dealing with any sort of an attempt of a refight.
That is a fantastic dizzy. I think he threw it through the gap in the ceiling to be able to put huge pressure onto those Sen guys.
Ravner does rebound though. Catches. They're going to be able to hear this one. Victor doesn't make any noise, doesn't seek to even remove it, still holds it down, getting a bit scrappy and a bit messy still. NRG, another pistol round win. Retiree of FNS, getting him back into the fight here with the dizzy. No one going to be holding it, so it's an open sight here for NRG, but that's going to be a story I think that we follow all throughout this half.
Here,
Attempted a flood. Just not with the weapons though, so Sentinels them flying here with a bit of the util. Zelsa's classic in hand. Does make light work of Ethan, and there's definitely damage done, but you can't imagine it being a reality. Prowl around, jump spots. Making it look easy for Finesse.
Get yourself comfortable back on the stage for sure. And the way that...
I mean, look, that looks like a nightmare to get through. A lot of game plans to try and break some of it, but really, I mean, you're not running a raise, so aftershock, running forwards. What's going on? There's no way, man!
That's a tragedy.
There's no way. Can't be doing that. Lock down, slow down.
30 seconds
By all
left.
this utility, 30 seconds to make a move and a mark onto one of these sites here, but calls being made by NRG. They want to go over towards A. Finesse. All eyes on him. Smoke fades away. The positioning here. Slide off and sees the barrel and he's betrayed by it. So Tens, he's offered an easy one.
10
Fando
seconds
still
left.
with barely enough time on the clock. 10 seconds to go. Getting into it here, but trying to deal with the horn. I think just about revealed. So Zekken plucks Ethan out of the scene, and only one remains. It's Crashies to do the most. 1v3, but a wall getting in his way. And Sentinels looking like they want to opt into this fight over towards A Rubble. How do you deal with it though? Stun. It's forward and flies. Gets Victor deep onto the line. And spam. All bangable. Paper mache walls in play. Door rotates, and Zekken. This guy is locked in, so eager for that first engagement and a fight that is won.
Go, go, go.
The options just feeling like they're running short for NRG. They slowed it down just a tad, reaching the middle point of the round.
You know that you're going to be heading into 3 players here, most likely. You know, a deadlock wall is still up, so there's no reason for them to still be checking B.
Bomb buddy out.
Smokes up, Tens. Backs in the way, at least with the TP. He's going to be holding towards the back of the side, and the contact plays are working out in the favor of NRG.
Yeah, and I'm surprised that SEN decided to play full offside there. They had 3 players, you know, 2 in committed positions, and could have brought Sassy over.
Speaking of committed, Victor, this spot, he needs to get value, and he does do so. 4 versus 4, but really just locked down into place, but he saw it. The edge of the TP from Tens as well, and he knew precisely the timing to take. Doubled up now. Abundance of players to help him out, and they've bailed themselves out of a really tricky spot. A great round win by NRG.
Rough there on the timing from Tens. I don't think it's even particularly necessary. They could have double swung over towards site, made sure that that angle was clear, and then cleared pit off the back. Just wanted to do it with a little bit more style and pizzazz and get punished for it. NRG now full WK.
Sees up and over the top. Nobody on NRG really going to be taking that fight. Fault line comes after the fact, really, that the fight had already been done and happened. NRG are also walking their way now in through the BE side as a sensor at their back, and they do need to be careful about this one because, well, just out of range of it, making the noise, just trying to pre-fire it now and find it, but they can't quite spot it. It's still there, and it stuns them up! Bloody hell, it's all being used. Conjunction, connected up, chained up, but still, how are these kills ending? 4 versus 4. It's going to be occurring by Sentinels, just trying to wrap themselves around.
This is really early, and the fact that Tens is opening the door means that you're going to be looking in that direction, not thinking about John and Sassy.
Orchestrates quite a lot here. Thrash, it's really just being used out into the open. It's what's over, detained and gliding. Tens, it's up to him to see if he can defend his team, but he only really managed to do it for but a moment now with the time ticking away against them. They're taking a sweet time of things. Got to get some bodies onto this one. Tens with a defuse, but they're all in thunder. Denies all. Kills. Not quite found, but still a round win. Hops his way back to safety, and now we see ults being used. Showstopper, Zekken. He's forwards. Spearhead for the team. He needs a kill to make it worthwhile. Rebounding with the rocket. Damage done. Not enough for the kill. Crash is still alive and kicking, but still will fall. Classics doing an anthem with the rifles picked up. The firepower is there in spades. Sentinels. NRG with the aftershocks. It's the only thing that can really clear these close trips. Beautiful time with the grab net. It's going to be locking down all sorts of players here. Victor. It's the ult and the overdrive. Look at the barrier mesh in their faces. Some instantaneously back in action. Not dead yet, but he does need a kill to stay back into the fight. Still double faced up. Sentinels. They've got that discipline. Now seeking to back away from this engagement.
Look how incredibly difficult it was for NRG to get through that with the Cypher and the Deadlock utility. Finesse has found a lovely timing, though. Great read on what was happening in the macro awareness of the map. He's slunk his way up into heaven. I think Crashy's here. Oh, he hasn't realized.
Spike down B.
Perhaps not even really thinking that the door was open there and that was a possibility, but what a beautiful timing that Tens has got.
Timings. On timings. Stefanessa catches the back of the head of Tens. 2v2 still. Spike has been dropped down.
Yeah. I think Sen should have a pretty good understanding of where people are.
Go away.
Timing again.
Oh, way! They've just missed each other. But it's Sassy with the edge
30
once
seconds
more.
left.
Ethan. Barely a smidge of HP, only 30 health, one bullet to the chest. Will absolutely topple him entirely.
Fine.
Now back after a little bit of rest and rejuvenation. Here's a lot of damage, isn't it? Oh my goodness, second. Spraying and praying away with the Phantom. No punish in sight. Lots of damage done to these NRG players.
And you might be thinking to yourself, well, NRG here, why don't they have some like fast B strat to run on the eco round? Running a fast B strat into the deadlock stuns sounds horrendous.
Court line re-cleared though. It's a nice mosh pit. Clears the way, no punish though, onto 10 still there with a flash. Victor's just seeking the peek off of it. An attempt to take a cheeky fight. 10 still alive and kicking, and definitely with the support of the rest of his team. Everybody collapses. Up to Shock is in the same place as before. I don't think they're placed in that corner. I think that's 2 of them out of the way. Thrash at least might be able to just tangle up some of them. Only onto the 1. Hopping through, no kills collected, and there they are, lit up entirely. No one dealing with the horns. It's a fast flood called out by Sentinels. They want to put an end and a stop to this map entirely. Tangled up, rooted in place. And what more can you do? Annihilation. Movement skipping forwards here. Som just seeking to evade any sort of capture, but he can't evade the bullets. Nobody can. 1 left to stand, and Ethan barely alive. 6 seconds left. No options left other than to stick the plant, and they know it's over. Sentinels, a 13-8 finish to Lotus.
Kept 2 lurkers around the rest of the map. It gives them options, but one option just taken away by Victor. The other one, Tens, trying to lurk his way into B right now and telling the rest of the team to come back in that direction too.
30 seconds left.
Is the call now. Sentinels. 4 players up, they go straight through mid, going for the B split. Still up from the back, Cam tagged up, taking a moment here to just pull it out of the body. Second, he's eager. Here's the reload. Time is really running short. Plenty of players. A rapid approach through the back of the site now. NRG not wasting any time from this one. Already got access to it. Tens. They're just a classic, even a pre-fire into the smoke, anticipating that second player to move through. Sassy can really do some damage, and more so than that, to kill Found. A 2v1 is where Ethan is placed. Almost an impossibility for him to win. Such low HP. Tap, jump spots.
That's a lovely pistol round. Early phase right now.
Yeah.
Despite the fact they've been putting in quite a lot of time over the last month. It's only 1 month.
Yeah, I think this NRG core, despite them existing for a long time, as we've been mentioning, you've got to place those expectations, I think, almost like a next year thing.
I mean, that's
a bit of a crazy thing to say.
I mean, it's a brutal thing to say, but it may well be true. You look at what both these teams are working with here. They're both 3-3 in the regular season, but Sen are in such a better spot. Just because of all of those championship points, even if they did beef it in stage 2, they'd probably still make champs. NRG can barely afford to lose a single match. And they've got tough opposition as well. Sen being one of them that they find themselves toe-to-toe with. And Sen looking to pick up player ready for it. But just on the angles that are tucked alongside walls, and bullets find their heads. Great prediction. Som's walking down mid. Could he catch a timing here? Make something happen?
Here's the cam. He's looking for it. Finds it. Spots crashes too. The second does onto the entry. Still player disadvantage for NRG.
And Crashies decides not to try to make the hero play. Instead going for a disadvantage retake. Just banking on the fact that they have some smoke to play around. Everybody in B main, though, these post plants, they work so often.
Yeah, good luck. That's all you can say, really. A tap. Darts revealing at least 2 of them. Flash forwards.
Go, go, go!
The time ticking. Anybody going to be getting themselves onto the spike, seeing if they can isolate some of these fights again. No one has been sticking this spike or putting any pressure onto it this entire time. Some finally on it, but he's going to be taken out from the defuse. Full line there. Crashes now, has to stick this one all the way, and it needs to be defended! Victor! Looking at it.
NRG players kind of how this even came to be. We've talked a little bit about how these players are all friends, right? And I think NRG have... Chet has even described them in the past as being a bit cliquey in a bad way.
Yeah.
But I think in this situation, it just works so nicely. That is a shot. But can you imagine the humility you need to be able to go back to Finesse as Ethan and say, mate, I thought I could do it, but actually I can't.
It's a hard job.
Can you come
IGL
back?
Yeah, stepping up to that challenge.
You genuinely need to be such good friends with somebody, I think, to or have absolutely no ego whatsoever to be able to do something like that
30 seconds left.
and not allow your pride to get in the way.
Yeah. Pretty standard utility being used by Sentinels just on this take, and it's a nice and pretty.
As Zelt's John are in mid.
It's John QT, man. It's the dagger in the dark. Like you said as well, that reflank of Zelsis coming in through is being watched for by Finesse, still holding it. Crashes now defuse onto half as his whole body sticking this one. Won't have to push this one off. It's only bullets flying forwards and away, but still half gained. Some sticking in and nothing to deny.
Whew. This time,
A lot of people will be questioning, you know, when we're making comments like that, right? They're saying, well, this team has been together for a long time in the past. But the trouble is, Valorant evolves. It's a different game. It doesn't stay in the same state. We've even had a
30
rapid,
seconds left.
you know, switch up and change up with the patch recently. You might think that's in the favor of a team like NRG, but it's a lot of building back up to make sure the map pool is up to scratch.
another retake situation. Two flashes, but no fragment for Ethan.
It's proactivity. It's the name of the game right now for Sentinels, and look at that. Hook line sinker. It's Victor who's going to be caught. Catch to the side. Beautiful flash now with the refight. NRG want to make a go of this one.
And they got to win this round.
Do indeed. The knife forward to the back. Ethan! It's the back of the head that is finally killed and collected. These bullets are flying forwards. Spraying away, finally toppling them. And like you said, it was a must-win round from NRG. They navigated almost everything,
but not going into the tack.
Flash overhead. Even with that, the stuns. There's a fault line and a reface. Hunter's Fury will not help you out there. There's no one else to really capitalize off of this one. So Sentinels, advantage gained, and that's just all from playing really slow. Waiting out the util, waiting out the aggression.
This push down mid is quite
after
nice,
the fact.
This push down mid is lovely because they're still trying to deal with Som spamming into that smoke. So they're not thinking about mid here, Sentinels. NRG have taken a lot of space and have still got a lot of information. That B main trip continues to tell NRG.
Oh, crashies, crashies.
Ah, brutal.
Hops onto the box.
Overstepping things may be just a tad. If he'd allowed the play to go into B, he would have had an awesome timing. And now a 3v5.
Sentinels even realizing themselves. Oh boy, that was intended for 10s, I think, to maybe get that plan online for A, but at least he still has the space and positioning. Cross-map knife. Not giving them anything at all for NRG. Doubled up together.
30 seconds left.
Immaculate aim, as to be expected from 10s.
Player standing.
A spray down just can't quite be completed there for the two-piece. Sassy. Drop down the spike, spots the last, and it's an easy one onto the IGL. 5-2 now, that scoreline. Sentinels, it is their map pick. To be expected to a degree, I think, as well, that there would be that dominance, but you can really... A lot of NRG players now looking at this B split. Sentinels, options that they even have. I mean, there's no signs of life anywhere. Sentinels are left really just scratching their heads. They're wondering which side is going to be free. Showstopper has to be used, and that's an old command to answer it. So Ethan, he can quickly rip away that old advantage, but it doesn't stop the gun. Bullets flying straight forwards. Paranoia dodged and avoided. Still tagged up. Second, close to the pillar. He's got his teammates to back him up now. Side to side, shoulder to shoulder with the Paranoia forwards. That is pure proactivity. There's absolutely nobody that can match this guy's freak.
Finesse is on the other side of the map, by the way, because there was a long-range 0 point. The knife from Ethan found John Cutie in elbow. And so Finesse still thinks that John is lurking, ready to stop him on the rotate. So they just had to run that retake without their Cypher. Tragic situation.
Yeah.
And Celsius.
Oh, he stood up. full practice, full intention of actually winning something for once. They finally win Madrid. Victor, make me eat my words now, going into storytelling mode, but okay, eventually players toppling, containing themselves against the anti-eco. But it's difficult, I think, for a winning team that puts the full focus to really get back into the mode and the mindset of trying to win again. That's why the Sentinels players have spoken about how good the break has been for them.
Thanks, little man.
Absolutely. Back into that right mindset.
And while SEN are somewhat expected to be able to make champs, and a lot of people in Americas are looking at them as, you know, one of the favored teams to go and represent Americas, despite the fact they didn't earn the right for Shanghai. On the other side of things, on the flip side for NRG, they're like the outside shot that's really got a massive uphill battle to even get into that position. And I know that we've been shooting a lot of bail, maybe not mathematically just yet, but it probably will in the long run. So this team's in a spot where they gotta pick their game up super fast.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Crashes there, trip, okay. Slight connection, but no one to punish.
And once again, 3 players over towards B, but not choosing to actually put any pressure on the SEN players. Now getting into backside.
Oh, man! Just can't stop him. Victor seek to do some damage. At least the trade onto Zekin, but not much more for it.
Spike planted.
The retake timing there. It's a single flash from Ethan that Crashies tries to swing with. Doesn't wait for Victor. And SEN, once more, winning a dominant round where they get the site for free, navigate past the site. When you watch the top teams play with this kind of comp, every T is crossed, every I is dotted. And that is really difficult when you don't have time.
Risk to be taken. Victor lurking his way up forwards. That was the ult earned just from that orb. Picked up. FNS will not be able to anchor. ADS battle. Zekin just tucking. Dodging his head now out of the danger zone. Still tagged up, and Ethan will finally punish. Still, Victor from behind. Here's the stun. Rebounds, expecting that one. And a glide and a dash. Not much more past it. Celsius earned his way back up now to this rolling thunder. Full connection. Up into the air. Still it's a 1v2. There is a lot to do. Zelsis hearing a tap, a couple of spray, reveals his position. Zom wins this fight out. It's an important one. Nobody's still sticking this one. He realizes that you can play your time now, Zelsis. You can do. Zelsis hearing a tap, a couple of spray, reveals his position. Zom wins this fight out. It's an important one. Nobody's still sticking this one. He realizes that you can play your time now, Zelsis. You can really slow this one down if you so wish. 6 bullets left in the chamber. What can you do with it? Ethan sticking, twisting, turning. Not enough bullets. No way, man! No way! Another devastating.
To get to answer that question about whether they look better there.
Someone's there.
Because at the moment, it's just all SEN all the way.
Okay.
They're looking primed and ready to take that 10th round. In the first half of Sunset, there is no opposition to push them away from elbow. It's a refight, flash over the top as well with the gliding. I mean, it's just feels improv-y really at best there from NRG. They're looking for a way to get back into this round. Ethan very committed now onto this corner. Tucked way deep onto the side with a knife at least. Seeing that there's 3 players there, he's got his back to plenty of them. Ten's going walkabouts, Crashies, an important kill for him to collect. Ethan, no, what is that? Somehow they want to make it work and make it happen for them. 1 now to stand here. This final round of the half. Hunter's Fury right on time.
NRG making it feel like it's heading in a different direction. And now make the pivot through market.
Need a defeat. Sure that they can't really follow up from this one. Zekin getting tagged up. He has to give up that space for the paranoia. Forwards and flying. Still Sentinels. They have that advantage. They're still holding on to it. Cannot win these fights out, NRG. Trying their hardest. Try as they may. Still. Sentinels never, ever really taking these solo fights. Always doubled up. Always with an advantage.
Standing ahead
in some way or form. And Crashies is left to pick up the pieces.
Look at how SEN also got their players into the site to actually challenge NRG as they went for the hit. That's not at all the way that NRG were playing when they were on defense. They were passive, a little scared, sat over by Boba. Not willing to throw that utility in and flood defenders often.
30 seconds left.
Crashy's essentially in an unwinnable spot here. The rest of the team is just going to be sat silent, realizing that this is not the beginning they wanted to stage 2. And the record likely to be going 3 and 4. Sassy picks it up.
You have to, really, at this point. Stingers, the Sheriff maybe, half armor at play. Full mid control. And actually going to be given a lot of this space here, but just gliding forwards. Trip was dealt with, still John QT. He's eager. Draw blood straight from NRG. Flash dodge just from the smoke there. Still, Ethan. There's a collection. There's a double face by the Sentinels players, but they're going to be toppled for their mistake now. It's a 3v3. Signature moves being made by NRG as well, calling for that pause around that minute mark. They've got plenty of time to work with, but their backs are towards the one angle where Tens decided to just go walkabouts, man. And now you can hear it with the footsteps. It pointed directly
This
towards
NRG team.
Yeah.
Having Demon One on the bench in Marv Cut, but they were hoping that the extra coordination and chemistry would allow players to shine. And there's
Quite
Victor
nice.
with the Bulldog, applying
the stun,
tons
man.
of pressure.
Yeah. That's a lovely one. Applied onto Zekken, so he's just a sitting duck. Victor wants a few more. Lovely flash!
This is what you need to see, that coordination between Victor and Ethan.
Yeah, he's feeling it.
Get the ace,
He's
why not?
locked in. Pops the ult, he can hear him. The footsteps, Kara, and away, John QT! Oh, he won't give him anything.
Oh, not the investment of the ult and still not getting the ace. Having such fantastic repercussions later on down the year.
Delay with the fault line here. Does the Sentinels just looking for that refight? Hoping that there would be a player sitting out wide, out of position.
Tens up on top of the newsstand.
Whoa. Who's going to be spotting who first? Not too sure how the angle works out. Victor, he's got the advantage.
Yeah, he's further away, which means that he's able to spot the toes there of Tens, despite the fact it looks like Tens is going to see him first. A flash here should pop Zekken off the angle, but he's going to quickly be able to recontest if he wanted to. Sen are incentivized to take more risks, I should say, in this spot.
Flash and a dart. Hello. You're caught into the corner. That is disgusting stuff. Victor cannot just his aim in time, though, but a paranoia is good and true. Lands it along with the flash. There's waves of util. They still haven't removed Sassy, though. Over the top, that's the Dizzy, running and gunning, gets the job done.
This is looking nice from NRG. They've actually got some really good plans to set up Victor on this A site. It's going to require some adjustment from Sentinels. 7 rounds in the lead right now, but if they don't make the adjustments, it's going to get a little tighter. And their economy is not in an amazing spot here.
Yeah, Sentinels forced to save.
Yeah, they might look to try to play for some exits or upgrade this Guardian, but all of the guns pretty far away. The coordination that was lacking a little bit on their defensive side and on the retakes, maybe just a lack of preparation on one half of the map, because so far I've been fairly impressed once the sides have swapped with the way that Ethan and Victor are playing off each other.
That's pretty nice, actually. Dynamic duo.
But that's the kind of synergy you need to be present. Apply some pressure, though, with a bit of a retake here. Nade.
Does he need a nade? Yep. It's as soon as... Okay!
Fed into the blender!
Yeah, all right.
Zekken and Sassy turned into mulch to feed the roses. I mean, no chances there.
That's a cheeky idea that was cooked up, though, by Sen on the eco. Didn't work to fruition. And everybody's going walkabouts, obviously, seeking to make a play. Hello, Tens. Is anyone going to be watching this one? The trouble is
He's got another trip.
Yeah.
Go on, do the limbo under that as
I
well.
don't think it's going to work that time.
Go on, give it a try.
It's gonna work
Give it a
this
try,
time.
get under it.
There's no shot. There's no shot. There's no... This is going to be heard. Finesse!
Finesse!
Oh, okay.
All good, all good.
All good. John, I think, meant to go into the cam there potentially. Not too sure, but fires away a shot, reveals himself. Som whips out a gun just in time. That was a strange one.
It's in elbow. So what are they looking to do here? Just play him supportively with the op?
Yeah, looks like it. Maybe debate and switch. That can be in debate.
Yeah. And the paranoia just kind of thrown out there.
Yeah, I think it's because Zekken was tagged up by the knife, so we couldn't use the second satchel to get out. They were worried about them following up on it, but are they going to expect this cage up? It's nice. It's real nice, actually. TP backs away. Zekken still committed. There needs to be a shot found, but no connection again. This time Zekken falls. Tens with the reposition. Nice and quick onto this one.
What on earth?
Lots of players, though, going to be hitting him.
He's got to hit some outrageous shots here.
Yep, onto the shoulder! And he misses it. Straight through the wall. Lucky to be alive is FNS, but
everybody's here. Yeah, everybody's here.
Everybody, make sure to meet them. Hearing that one with the aftershock. Forwards, trying to make a play. Another flash peek, and the reclear is just immaculate. Still, all bodies lining up now for these anchoring players. Tucked to the corner. Celsius last alive and the most to do. 4 bullets left. He needs to connect at least a few in the pre-fire.
And I think they've just opened the door for NRG. That's a baffling one.
Yeah, business is booming right now for NRG. If you look at the money situation and the off angle by Tens, getting not rewarded. That's shock dart!
What a shocky.
That's pinpoint. How the hell did he land that one? Right on the Tens, but he was trying to go for the evacuation. Dizzy not pre-fired though, and that doesn't find it. Stun, nade. And Victor, he's not long for this world. Surely not. What? With the movement, Sassy. He's somehow in there getting 2. There's 2 left to stand. There's no way that SEN do this. You gotta be joking me. Rolling Thunder, pushing back. Crashies. He stands up. Second. Sky, the way he moves, is just fluid in action. Sticking now. Celsius needs to be held, needs to be defended. And Second, who takes the fight to them.
He's been an absolute monster today. Maybe he can have more success.
That's a spawn. That's a one-way smoke that they've used to try and get themselves in. I think they expect the Tens to be up on top of it. Flash. And forwards. That's Victor. But again, the smoke, it doesn't block him off from the angle. And this is the impetus. The rounder really matters. Victor. Matters into his own hands here with a Hunter's Fury. Maybe they can set the stage. Spike's been picked up. When the hell are they going to start to plant this one? But it's hot feet for John QT. The rocket is dodged. Second, glide and dash and slide away. It's a thrash as well. Detainment not in sight.
He's dodging everything.
And all this util being baited out. Still about 50 seconds left. Crashes on a lurk. Has been caught and found. And the TP reposition of Som. He wants to try and make his way over towards B. Easy access to the site.
Victor's got 9 lives in this round. He's dodged everything that was coming at him.
It's on 150 health still.
Yeah. But at the same time, still has a difficult task to do. Combined HP, tiny for Celsius and Zekken. Can Victor find the timing?
A lot of lights onto this one, Victor. That's a freebie. And I don't know your positioning still into this 2v2. And this is the map, and this is the series doubled up. Shoulder to shoulder. Sentinels now going to take this one with a bit of that discipline. The Mosh flying. Som finds it. And they've earned themselves more breathing room.
To gamble. To push, for example, John QT up into B main and try to catch somebody slipping.
I got you.
Surely they hear that one. Yeah, it's going to be Dizzy receive. Finesse, though, was the one to contain this kill. Crosshair placement, little bit ajar. Still NRG, the ones who are following up with these kills. Did he expect John QT?
No, they certainly didn't over towards B main, and now John's going to be able to get a rifle. Tens as well. I'm going to make this one very doable. A 3v3 with rifles all across the board.
Yeah. Weaponry no longer really a problem here. The positioning
they have
is
no space.
No, they're all just cowering essentially into the back of the site. They have to really brute force their way and make some space if you are NRG, if you want to stand a chance. One spotted, Paranoia. Only the one sweeping through. Tens, he had a knife out. And Som, nice little transfer.
That's actually sick from Som. He jumped over the top of Ten's flash in order to make that a reality. And John's got it all to do, but I think this one's just too much. The time not in his favor either.
Bled away entirely here, so consolation prize with the kills. It's the 9th round now for NRG.
And you got to imagine.
Victor's going to plant his feet in through the back of the site. So he can See if he can pull some of that util out, maybe get a cheeky kill inside the smoke.
Cage triggered.
Yeah, you either force utility out, that then your players in B main have a better time, or they don't use the util, trying to save it, and maybe you get some freebies,
There's
as he
Victor.
has done here.
He's really being pressured. One untraded, the one and done.
Finesse on the reflank, through market.
That's going to be a big one. Already, util's flying forwards. His door needs to be broken, and so he has revealed himself here finally. John QT, no way, sticking.
The stick.
Half, defended, second forwards, it's broken. The flank, push back, still half. Can still be one, but again, they got a damage, and at least land a kill, and they do.
Away this time. Nope, another B exec. Another excellent read from Finesse.
That has to be the full retake from Sentinels.
It's the exact same round, Finesse in the same position. Victor deep onto site.
Yeah, not cleared though from the deep hole, the 10s.
I mean, that is everybody suppressed.
Oh my goodness. Flash. No attempt to punish, he still wants to go for this one. The movement ajar from Sassy. But the wingman still active into the fight. Trying to get onto this one. Diffuse. Diffuse. Disrupted and broken. Mosh pit found. The kills are flowing. The feed is built up. It's some. Diffuse. Broken. No bullets. Sentinels.
I don't think
Time.
they don't have enough. NRG changing things up, but this time Sentinels are ready. Is the adaptation here? Can they stop the hit on A?
Second revealed. He's close quarters though with the judge and still can't land it. It's Victor. Reign supreme into the elbow area. Wall propped up. Covers a bit of that space here, but what is the call now for NRG? Pause and patience to be played. Sassy, re-exploration on his side of things. No punish inside. Celsius defends. Now they're going to run this one around with a thrash. Detainment. At least onto the one. And the kill is flowing either way. Spike dropped down. It's a 2v2 for the deciding round. Is the series wrapped up? Are we going to OT?
That is great information from Finesse. He pops his ultimate, realizes that the retake is nowhere near, so they have a free plant, free reposition. But now we're going to see John with one on the other side. So if John has the opportunity, it doesn't look like there's really a corpse for him to use, though. And a double up, trying to put pressure.
Both sides.
There it is. There's the info.
He lobs it with a NeuroFF, gives them prime information with the flash. It's a great connection. Som needs to stay alive, jiggling with the movement again. Him and Som, and Finesse together, combined, and that is OT.
Finesse there just looking to break the cam. This is such a dangerous piece.
So dangerous. Surely gets out, man. 30 HP. That's daylight robbery.
Drop the spike.
Yeah, the Neon should not be able to escape there. Get ready.
So the stack is ready to meet them. Already the cage dropped up in front of them. Ethan underhanded with the flash. Realizes they've already got themselves into the site here with only 9 seconds to go. How did they even get a foothold to get the plant down? Sentinels. It's desperation. They've got to try and hold it down. And they do just that. It's a 3v2 now. In the blink of an eye. Crashies. Dancing with death itself there. Stun, popped up. This is up to Som. Aftershock. Perfect. Just about lands here. Pushes it away for the first wave. Another tap from Som, but it's going to be the double face to end that round. The favorite Victor. Many liberties being taken with this guy. It's positioning up. Top section of mid.
It's drawn so many people, but there's no one really to exploit that elsewhere.
They're in the smoke. They're right at his back. And all the players and the wiser! Everybody falls! One left to stand, but Crashes cannot do it.
The beautiful comeback ended very quickly in overtime. They put on a show, a brilliant map 1, a thrilling map 2.